All right, shalom. I like to say, call Allah, Wahawa, Allah, was all person glory to in Hebrew, to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kargadash, Dominant Spouse, El Scrub, Misson, bless God, to elect a few sisters and Israelite foreigners. That's what we can join us true. My name is Kamal from GMS Clean Branch, coming to another video lesson. And this video is going to be on you women, all right, especially you nigga woman, all right, you so-called black woman, all right. The Isaiah 4:1 is just, it's here, man. It's here. Isaiah 4:1 is here, but it hasn't taken full effect yet. All right, it hasn't taken full effect where, all these women are gonna be flocking to a man of the Lord, because a regular guy, seven women are not gonna take hold of just any guy, any man out here. It's gonna be a man of the Lord, because that's gonna be the guy that's going to be, making it and thriving in these dangerous times that we're in. Okay, that's the man that's going to have. He's going to have. He's gonna be fed. He's gonna be taken care of in those days by Yahweh Shem Shai, where everybody else is freaking out and starving and for thirst. You know what I'm saying? And in need of the necessities to sustain themselves. Okay, they're not gonna have provisions. All right, only the man of the Lord is gonna be in them times and days. So the women gonna flock to who got power. All right, who got power. All right, who has the assets. Whoever got the provisions, that's the woman gonna flock to. The provisions and power. It's only gonna be a man of the Lord in that day. All right. So yes. So the Isaiah 4:1 is going to go to full. It's gonna happen full fledged, man. All right. And you women, man, you see, you gonna change, especially you black women. You gonna change your mind about this independent boss babe mentality. All right, because life is gonna kick your ass, and it's doing it right now, especially with her. When I play this video, all right, it's going to have you have a change of heart. All right, because it's going to be based on your survival. All right, women do things on a survival standpoint anyway, man. All right, that's why when they look for a man, well, these women don't do that now, but a woman, okay, her mating strategy for us want to be with a man, it falls a lot into place with security, security, protection, all that falls in the same place. Security, protection, stability, okay. Having the ability to protect her from harm's way, and having the financial gain, to shelter and feed her. Those are two big factors that play in as far as the opposite gender. If you're a man and the female is interested in you, she looks for those two things, especially in a serious relationship and marriage. All right. Back in the day, in ancient times, the family, the father and the family would play a huge role as far as mate selection. They would actually choose their daughter's husband. All right, and the father already knew what to look for, immediately, because him being a man, he already know what to look for, and with the based on the value of the man, how the man should be, and he's gonna look for things that actually matter, that's going to benefit his daughter, and also to bring in the family. When people marry back then, it was also you married to the family. All right, it wasn't just you and the wife and the husband. No, the family's married. All right, and you had to be you had to have certain qualities within your family, all right, in order for them to come together. Okay, because can be your family was degenerates and just bad people. All right, you actually had to have standards. All right. But yeah, man, I'm about to play this video because you Eve, your time is your time is upon you, as far as this whole energy, this whole boss babe energy, Miss Independent, like Neo, that's gone. You're gonna lose that. You're gonna lose that mindset real quick. When you're starting to see how real it's getting out here, you're really going to forsaken that the way of thinking. When things start to get dangerous down to you can lose your life if you don't make this decision. That's when you're gonna change, and everybody then it's gonna be too late, because the men of the Lord gonna be picky, and a lot of black women is not on the list of women for us to get with. All right, they're on the bottom of the totem pole right now, and they damn sure gonna be on the bottom of the totem pole as far as choosing a wife. All right, when the men of the Lord are shining in that day. All right, but here we go.
I work 40 hours a week. I can't afford to pay for an entire week of hotel rooms because I don't make enough money for it. The average hotel for a week here is $450 plus taxes. I make $600 and something a week if I'm lucky. I have been trying to pay back my debt so that I can get an apartment, because my credit is so bad that no one will rent me an apartment, even though I have clear rental history. And technically, I can afford.
Sorry, I'm actually gonna play 2 videos. But as you can hear, in all these videos have in common, especially the black woman, when they're complaining about their living standards or living condition. All right, they never mention. They never, almost every trip, they never mention that they need a man, for us to make it. It's never a man in the equation when they're talking, man. It's just them, and it's just them. All right. It's never about looking for a man, trying to be with a man. It's all about them. Especially anti-family. So that's why nobody wants you. All right. But anyway, none respect for male authority. All right.
To rent an apartment based on the money that I do make, but because my credit is bad, they will not rent an apartment for me. That being said, that same apartment that won't rent to me does not even report rental payments to credit. So even when I do rent the apartment from them, they won't be improving my credit at all, but they use credit as a means to stop somebody from being able to rent to them. The average apartment in my area is $1,200. I have not found any apartment less.
She could avoid all this if she had a man. Just think about it. If she was married to a man, not in a situationship, not a boyfriend or nothing like that. If she was married to a man, all right, and she lost her job, she wouldn't have to worry about being homeless. She had her man to fall back on. But like I said, because the black woman does not respect male, she doesn't respect male authority, all right, and she wants to do it on her own and be her own person. That's why all these things are befalling her, all right, because listen, man, you women cannot work like men, all right, you cannot. You age like milk. Men condemn their work until they can't work no more, until they did, or like it would literally have to be like some health matters in place in order for that man to stop working. But men can just about work. They can work up to their 80s, man, if they take care of themselves. They probably like the job won't be probably too strenuous on their body, or a certain age where sometimes you can't work no more. But my point being is that a man, she had a man, it can provide her that safety net, but she don't want it. Rebellious, man.
than that. That is about 2 weeks of my full paycheck in order to pay, but still cheaper than living in a hotel room. At least then I'd be able to.
How many books do you have lying around that you're never going to read again? With World of Books, you can sell your unwanted...
Cook my own food instead of having to depend on fast food and what I can put in my car with a bag of ice in like a little freezer thing. I haven't eaten like a full meal in maybe a week or so. I had 2 tacos yesterday because that was all I could afford. I'm having problems at my job, but I can't even afford to leave that job because if I do, there's no possibility of me being hired anywhere else. I am $27 short for being able to rent a hotel room for tonight. So I will be driving around parking lots because I don't have any other money to do anything else. And even if I do use the $27 and I do manage to get the $27 to get a hotel room, that will be all of my money until I get paid next week, which means I won't be able to eat. That is what it's like to live in America.
So think about this for a second, guys.
I'm about to play the second video. Yeah, man, you black women, man, you make things hard for yourselves, man. You make things hard for yourselves, all right? Because you're disobedient, all right? You don't want to do your wifely duties, all right? You don't do your wifely duties and play your feminine female role, all right? You're not the main character of the story, man. All right, you're not number one. All right, your position is to be under a man. All right, and you're supposed to listen to your man, but here she is. She wants to question everything. She wants to question your leaderships, man. You're supposed to lead her, and she wants to question every goddamn thing. All right, so now just look at her now. She's struggling, man. She's struggling because she don't want to listen to no man. All right. But real soon, like I said, it's gonna be a life or death situation. If the nigga woman does not want to get under a covering of a man, all right. She wants to do what she wants to do. Most of these women, especially black women, they want to do what they want to do. All right. So face the repercussions, man. All right. For not wanting to listen to a man, face the repercussions. You want to live like a man, all right? Accept all the responsibilities that come with being a man, too. Because they want all power. A woman wants all the power of a man, but none of the responsibilities. Okay. And when you a man and you gotta take care of yourself when it's just you, or you gotta take care of your family, all right. I'm gonna say, man, you used to be a man, you ain't got no family. All right, when you a man, you ain't got no family. You have to and being in the world, you have to live with the fact, the risk. You know, if you lose your job, like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta somehow navigate through that. Okay. There's with power comes responsibility, and that's what these women can't comprehend. The idea, you know, they don't talk about the other sides. All right, they don't talk about the other side of it. When you're in a leadership position, you're responsible for the people. You know, and you know there's pros and cons that comes with it, I'm saying. But anyway, let me get the other video. What did I have? Let me get the other video. All because you don't wanna listen to a man. Now your ass out here struggling in the streets. All right, your ass living in your car. If you had a man, you wouldn't have to live in your fucking car, dumbass. Hell, you wouldn't have to work. Does you know it's men that and she's not an ugly woman. It's a man. She wouldn't have to work at all. All right. But she don't want to play her part.
I moved back in with my parents at the age of 32, and I've been here for the last 2 years. And I just want to be real about what that felt like, because it's not easy. I'd been a business owner. I had employees.
My fault.
I moved back in with my parents and then one day I'm back in my parents' house trying to figure out how to rebuild my life without losing my mind in the process. And the ego hit from what that felt like because it's not easy. I'd been a business owner.
Because she said she's been in business, she's a business owner. She been in business, she's a business owner. That's what these women follow. All right, they put their time and energy into a career, a job. All right, these women, especially the black women, she bit the fruit of the serpent. All right, where basically the serpent, the devil, Esau, so-called white man, he told her that you don't need a man. All right, you don't need a man. All right.
A whole identity built around being the woman who was building something, and then one day,
so these women, they'll put a career first. They'll do whatever it takes and learn whatever they have to learn for a career. All right, they prioritize that over a family and having a husband. And then when they start to get up in age and realize they ain't trying to do this working thing most of their lives, all right, and eventually when they get into their soft girl, they get in their soft girl phase. They want to be taken care of, all right, because like I said, they're not meant to do it for a long period of time. But by then it's too late. Once you you're only young one time in this life for right now. You're only young for one time, and when a woman's young, that's when she's highly sought after of. She's highly sought after in her youth, all right, because a woman is most attractive in her youth, and she's most fertile in her youth. She can have babies. It's a high probability where she can have babies, healthy babies, and then she's our most beautiful. And when she's young, and then her mind, the way her mind, you can mold her into the woman you want her to be. All right, like the old saying goes, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. When these women get older, they stuck in their ways, and now, they got all these hot demands, and it's harder. It's harder for you to teach her things. All right.
I'm back in my parents' house trying to figure out how to rebuild my life without losing my mind in the process. And the ego hit from that was very real. But here's what I decided. I could do one of two things. And I could scramble to keep up appearances, go get an apartment, act like everything was fine. I could keep spending money that I didn't have just to feel like I was still that girl, or I could be real with myself and make the smart move, even if it was the humble one. And I chose real. I moved back home. I enrolled in my master's program. I kept working in lending. I kept showing up for my kids, and I kept my head down for the last 2 years while I've been rebuilding from the inside out. No big highlight reels, no crazy posts, some updates, but mainly work. And here's what I can tell you about this quiet period.
It's like, I believe she mentioned, yeah, she said she had kids, right? She said she had kids. My question to you is, where's the father of those kids? Where's the father of those kids? Why ain't you with your baby daddy? Why aren't you not with your kid's father?
It's been the most important 2 years of my life because I've been able to stop performing and actually start building and really living. I stopped worried about how it looked, and I've been focusing on where I'm going. And now I'm almost done with my degree. My finances are starting to move. I'm turning 34 soon. I feel more clear than I've ever felt and more intentional than I ever did when I looked successful on the outside, right?
Okay. Did you notice a pattern? All right. And many the black woman in all these videos where she speaks about, when she's talking about her circumstances and how she's struggling, right? They never mention a man. A man is never discussed and her talking points, all right, of finding a man and having a man is never mentioned, all right, almost every time I hear it. And you gotta think to yourself, well, there's something wrong with that, all right? Why don't you have a husband? And these women claim to be Christians and they love God, but God was Jesus, who you call Jesus or God. They would say, why aren't you married? Why don't you have a husband? You're supposed to have a husband, man. Let me look at this word up. So family says that family is fundamentally a basic social unit consisting of people connected by blood, marriage, adoption, or strong emotional bonds, by officers as a primary support system for the care of socialization. An exact definition varies depending on legal, biological, personal context. There you go, right there. The first bullet point of a family says nuclear family. Traditional union consists of two parents and their children living together. And then it says a border. Yeah, that's the first one though. That summed it all up right there. That summed it up right there, man. A family is two parents with their children living together. So you black women, you need to stop making up definitions. Because I hear a lot of times, like, black women will say, she'll mention family, and she'll be talking about her kids and her. Like a man didn't have nothing to do with her having those kids. You see? And she has to go, man. But the majority of black women gonna die when this shit goes down, man. All right, because the Lord is the Lord is pro-life, and pro-life is a man and a woman coming together and staying together and having kids. The majority of black women, they'll have kids out of wedlock, or they'll have kids with a man, but never still be with the man. All right, they'll have men being sperm donors to them. That's why when you see the black woman out, it's very rare that you see, when you see a black woman with her kids, right? It's very rare that you see her with a man and those kids. It's always her and those kids. You know, you see it all the time. But yeah, this is a terrible cycle that must come to an end. All right. Because it's not ordered, it's not conducive, all right, for kids, man, for them not to have both parents in the household. And the majority of the time, the woman initiates divorce, and that's off right there. Women shouldn't have nothing to do as far as separating, having a decision to separate from their man. And we see what happens when they ultimately do. Because women have something called hypergamy, and it's when they want the best selection of male, to choose from. They're going to choose the best selection of male, basically. And because they have so many men that they can get with, all right, they're always going to think the grass is green on the side. So it's just a never-ending cycle, man, of just basically being single and getting with all these other guys that won't commit to them. But let me get the scripture. Where's it at? Shit. Oh, man. Where's it at? Okay, whatever. Isaiah 32:9 says, listen, you women who lie around in ease, listen to me. You who are smug in a short time, just a little more than a year. You careless ones. Oh, that was not too long. The video of the black woman, the last video of the black woman, she was saying how she was the owner of all these businesses, and she was doing her thing. She had a nice was an apartment or condo, whatever. She had a nice home, and she was a business owner. And then she lost out all that within a span of like 2 years, I believe. And she had to move back with her parents and downgrade her lifestyle, because that's what it's about with these women. They want this extravagant lifestyle. Okay, they're vain. Also, against all for the in the name of stunting. You careless ones will suddenly begin to care. She's starting to care now. From your fruit crops will fail and the harvest will never take place. Right. In this case, the fruit crops and the harvest is their jobs. Okay? Because what food is used to sustain yourself in this world, a job is used to sustain yourself. If you ain't got no job, all right, because Esau, he didn't put all these laws in place where, and then he cut down like a lot of the fruit trees, and you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of things where you can live independent on your own. Esau then made laws where he comes against that. So now, in this case, the fruits, crops, and the harvest will never take place. Them jobs ain't coming back. AI has replaced a lot of these women, a lot of women's jobs with AI. Tremble, ye women at ease, throw off your complacency. Right? These women are complacent like a motherfucker, but they ain't complacent no more. Majority of job losses, all right, have been targeted against women. Because women have been bragging this whole time about how much they don't need a man, how much they can do better, all about themselves and without one. Well, it ain't happening no more. Is it tremble, you women at ease, throw off your complacency, strip off your pretty clothes, put on burlap with a sackcloth to show your grief, beat your breasts in sorrow for your bountiful forms, your beautiful grapevines. For your land will be overgrown with thorns and briars. Your joyful homes and happy towns will be gone. Right, so these women, they ain't doing good like they used to. All right, the Most High is crashing their party. All right, and a lot of them are living in their cars and on the streets. Homelessness has went up for women tremendously, and now they're they said happy towns. The joyful homes and happy towns are gone. That made me the happy towns remind me of all these clubs and outdoor places, where they go at night. You know what I'm saying? Strip clubs and all that stuff like that. All these places where women will gather together and have a good time. They ain't there no more. All right, and a lot of it has to do with men not investing into that shit no more. Like, men ain't going to strip clubs, and someone could still go to bars, but they're not going to all these places where women would go to have a good time. Okay, the club scene is gone, bro. Stripper scene is gone, bro. Okay, and then that takes away a lot of those environments where women make money and also get. Men ain't trying to even buy women drinks at the bar no more. Okay, so women can't even get free drinks no more. So all these establishments where women would go to have a good time at, they then it's not there anymore. Oh, no, my fault. The next verse actually said it. 14th verse. This made me think of it. It said the palace and the city will be deserted and busy towns will be empty. Yeah, so that's what it's talking about. Them clubs, them strip club, the bars, all the places where women will congregate. All right, congregate to have a good time is gone. So yeah, man. And then they talking about these what do they call it? Hookup. Damn, what they call that? They call it something, man. When men and women go on a date. What the fuck they call it? Shit. These mixers, I believe. These dating mixers. Ain't no man showing up. No man showing up because all you women are sluts, man. You're sluts. You're washed up. You know, you have nothing to offer a man. All right? You just want the title of a wife, but you're not willing to do the duties of a wife. So basically, there's nothing in it for the man to benefit from being in a relationship with a woman in these days and times. So you're gonna have a lot of single women, all right, just out here trying to make it on their own, which women were never set up to do things on their own like that. All right, so that's why they're gonna be in Saul. All right, they're gonna be in great Saul in these last days, and a lot of them gonna die. All right, a lot of them gonna die because all these safety nets, like all the food stamps and the government assistance, that's all drying up, and real soon there ain't gonna be none of it left. All right, and you gonna have to take a microchip if you want to still receive those benefits. So yeah, man. You women that are at ease, all right, the easy good times are gone, and the bad times are here as far as you're concerned. Okay. And yeah, you're gonna humble yourself. You're gonna humble your proud ass attitude, or all right, you're gonna be pushing daisies. Okay. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem El Shaddai, Don't Lost Pastor, let's go, you like, sisters, stuff on the show.